Thank you for joining me on the North American Wildlife Tour with David. Today we're going to Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. Kodiak is a rugged, beautiful island on the coast of southwestern Alaska. Established in 1941, the refuge provides habitat for brown bear, salmon, and other wildlife. Kodiak's scenery is magnificent, with rugged mountains, hundreds of miles of shoreline, lakes, marshes, bogs, and meadows. 4,000-foot mountains rise from the sea, accented with fjord-like inlets. Lush vegetation blankets the mountains, ranging from sedges, alders, and spruce to colorful wildflowers and berries. Hunters concerned with the health and survival of the brown bear population petitioned for the establishment of a refuge to protect the world-famous Kodiak brown bear. The Kodiak brown bear is the largest brown bear in North America. The 1.9 million-acre Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge roughly encompasses the southwestern two-thirds of Kodiak Island, Uganik Island, the Red Peaks area on northwestern Afognak Island, and all of Bon Island. No place on the refuge is more than 15 miles from the Pacific Ocean. Without roads, the refuge provides a wilderness setting for fish, wildlife, and humans. The refuge is home to an estimated 2,300 brown bears and at least 600 nesting pairs of bald eagles. More than 1.5 million seabirds overwinter in near-shore waters surrounding Kodiak Island. The refuge also provides spawning and rearing habitat for all 5 North American species of Pacific salmon. Salmon produced on the refuge make up approximately 65% of the total commercial harvest in the Kodiak archipelago. Kodiak Refuge supports a large, diverse fishery, contributing to an annual multi-million-dollar commercial fishery, supporting one of the few steelhead sports industry on any refuge in Alaska, and contributing to the subsistence use of 4 native villages adjacent to the refuge. In addition, the refuge fishery resource is an integral and highly dependent food source for one of the highest densities of brown bear populations in the world. Also, hundreds of resident bald eagles depend on the refuge fish population as food sources. There are about 117 drainages that support self-sustaining populations of migrating or resident fish species on the refuge. These drainages range in size from 236 to less than 1 square mile in area. The drainages located on the southwest glacier-free portion of the refuge provide one of the highest diversities of freshwater habitat and species abundance found anywhere in Alaska or in the Pacific Northwest. 5 species of Pacific salmon, rainbow and steelhead trout, and dolly varden or Arctic char occur in many drainages in the refuge, supporting commercial, sports fishing, and subsistence usage. Spawning salmon and their decaying carcasses offer a vital source of energy and nutrients for many other species. A few other species of fish occur throughout the refuge inland waters. Although most of these other species are of little sport, commercial, or of subsistence interest, they are important food sources for aquatic and terrestrial wildlife. Kodiak is the second largest island in North America, lying 30 miles across the Shelikof Strait from the Alaska mainland. Spruce forest blankets lowlands in the eastern third of the archipelago, while in the west tundra prevails. A rugged spine of mountains rising to over 4,000 feet splits the length of the island. Kodiak's coastline, including cliffs, inlets, and bays, interior valleys, alpine and tundra areas, provide abundant habitat for a wide variety of bird life. 238 species of birds have been observed on the Kodiak archipelago, with over 160 species being recorded on the refuge. The refuge provides nesting habitat for over 100 bird species, the most prominent being the bald eagle. About 600 nesting pairs use the refuge, which is likely one of the highest densities for a resident population of nesting bald eagles in North America. In winter, Kodiak is important to sea ducks and other water birds. Over 1.5 million seabirds and sea ducks winter along the coast adjacent to the refuge. A wide variety of upland and marine habitats and temperatures moderated by the Gulf of Alaska give Kodiak the greatest diversity of wintering birds in the state of Alaska. 2,500 to 3,000 bald eagles also winter on Kodiak. While Kodiak is not on a major bird migration route, a relatively large diversity of migrants can be seen in small numbers during spring and fall migration periods. Many of the birds that breed on Kodiak are year-round residents. Thank you for joining me on today's journey into the Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge. This production has made use of footage provided by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which in no way necessarily endorses the production. Thank you.